Hello and welcome to Art Supply Addiction. Today I'll be comparing Posca and Sharpie paint markers to see which one works best on paper, glass, wood, or rocks. Let's get started. Okay, so for this first test, it's just paper. I want to test these markers against light and dark, and I anticipate that both Posca and Sharpie are going to do great, on regular paper. What I'm really curious about is if Sharpie, which is a little bit cheaper, can hold up as well as Posca, which is like just a very well-known popular marker brand. So we'll start off with Posca. Don't judge me for how straight my lines are or are not. Ooh, that pink looks gorgeous. All right, that pink is not as, neon bright, but it is very pretty. Sharpie is cheaper. You actually get 12 in a package where for the same price that you could get 8 of the Posca markers. I just think we should swatch out the rest of the Sharpies, even if I'm not going to use them in the other ones. So this is another Sharpie. Ooh, that's pretty. It also comes with a purple. And it comes with an orange. And it comes with a silver. All right. Now, that's not to say that Posca doesn't have those colors. It's just from a price comparison, the 12-pack of the Sharpie and the 8-pack of the Posca are the same price. So that's kind of what I was comparing because I care about art supplies, but I also care about budget. So, all right, let's do a close-up here. All right, who do you think did better on paper, Posca or Sharpie? Kind of love the way that they pop on the black. Let me know in the comments. Okay, for our next test, I'm going to do the wood swatch. So I'll do one with Posca and one with the Sharpie. I believe I got these in like a pack of, I don't know, like 20 or 50 or something on Amazon. So I will see if I can find that link and add it in the comments with the rest of the supplies. Okay, let's get started. Okay. No, not my super cute background. Okay. Look, I've painted 1,000 times. I know better than this. Give me 1 second. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, I will say with the texture, it does make it hard to do nice straight lines, but... Ooh, and look what's happening to my nib. We must go on for science. Oh, no. Ugh. Oh, goodness gracious. And this is why we can't have nice manicures, okay? As artists, please tell me I'm not the only one whose hands suffer. Okay, it's not straight, but you get the point here. Okay, I am making a mess. That is not a straight line. Well, that's wonky, but we must go on. Oh my goodness. You don't need to judge me. I am judging myself right now. My shape has like ceased to exist. That's normal. All right. Well, ignoring my terrible line work, I think that the Posca looks really good on the wood. Again, it's not a smooth finish, but I think it looks good. That white is going to bug me because I feel like I know that I've lost the shape here, but goodness. All right, so that's well, I don't know if I made it better. Anyway, okay, and with the Sharpie one, I'm going to try to slightly avoid the edge just because it's so sharp. I feel like that's what kind of messed up my one nib. So we'll do it a little bit of a border. I just love this color. This is bright and beautiful. Okay, this is the Sharpie version. What do you guys think? Felt like it went on a little bit smoother, but that may have just been me, getting used to working with this material. Okay, here we are, a side-by-side comparison. This one is the Posca, this one is the Sharpie. I do have to admit, I tried to put a P over this to keep them straight, and then it looked terrible, and I had to do more Posca white marker over it, so if it looks a little gray, that's why. What do you guys think? You can add your comments on the wood results down below. Okay, for this test, I'm just going to test each of the markers on glass. And to keep it super simple, I'm just going to write the letter, P if it's Posca and S if it's Sharpie, because that's just the easiest way to keep track of it. I want to put it all on one glass. So let's see how this works. Ooh, a little messy there. I did not love that application. And because there are several other colors on the Sharpie line, I'm gonna just add those to the glass as well. Got the orange and the bluish green. And that silver. Oh, and one more. I forgot we've got a purple. All right, so hopefully, I know we've got stuff on each side, so I may have made it a little hard to see. Sorry about that. But these are the differences. I feel like the darker colors look better, which happens to be Posca in this case, just because the Sharpie ones are a little bit paler. It's like some of these colors are very pastel. Not all of them. I mean, obviously this deep purple looks great. But you know, if you compare the pinks, I think that the Posca pink looks better. But for the most part, it's clear that both of these markers work just fine on glass. It's really the look that you're going for. I did not love how the yellow applied from the Sharpie, and even this lighter green. I don't know, if I would have to pick a winner on the glass, it's Posca for me. Okay, and for the rock test, I'm going to paint one rock completely with Posca and one with Sharpie. And I know that you would normally prep a rock if you were going to do a rock painting. You would prep the rock with a gesso or a base. I'm not going to do that. I just want to see what the markers look like straight on the rock. I did put white, this is white Posca marker, and this is white Sharpie marker, just to have a white base. So when we go over that, I think you'll see that colors might show up a little bit differently. But otherwise, I just wanted to see how they looked on the rock and if any could be utilized right on the rock as is. And then, you know, of course, you'd varnish or something at the end if you really wanted to use it for rock painting. Okay, I've already used white, but I kind of want to have one white line down the side so you would see it. So I'm going to make basically a big money sign. Just so we've got something to just so when we do the other colors, you will see what it looks like over the white. Black seems to work well. Okay, I've got to say, I'm actually really impressed. I've painted acrylic on rock before, and sometimes depending on the color, it doesn't lay really right, which is why, well, one of the reasons why you'd want to gesso it beforehand. Posca actually looks really good right on the rock. I don't know, I'll give it a minute to dry and see if that changes anything, but this looks great. Here is the Sharpie rock, and like the other one, I'm just going to do one straight line just for any of those colors that, you know, are above or below the VS. And let me make that a little thicker, to be fair. Okay, here we go with the Sharpie. Okay. And just because they have some bonus colors, I'll do those other four on the back. Okay. So this is the final Sharpie. I think it looks good. It just looks a little bit more transparent to me than let me back up it just looks a little bit more transparent. I mean, if you look at the pink, uh, the Posca is very opaque. Over the rock, over the white, I think Posca wins this one just because of the transparency of the Sharpie, but I don't think this is a terrible result. To be honest, I was kind of expecting worse. So I'm still impressed with Sharpie, even though I would give the points to Posca on this one. Tight race. Okay, final thoughts on the marker testing. I think that if you are primarily going to use paper or wood, honestly, for the price, the Sharpie works great. I would just get the Sharpie to save the money. If you are going to use glass or rocks, I preferred the Posca. The Sharpie can work. I think it can work really well. You would just likely need an extra layer to get the same opacity that you would have gotten with the Posca. So the value of it being cheaper goes down just a little bit. Both are great options. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for sticking around and getting your art supply fix with me. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.